Peace everyone, welcome back to the Drawing Journal. Hope everybody had a lovely week. My week wasn't the best. Classes are coming to an end. I'm going into my last week for summer quarter, so I'm really excited about that because I cannot wait for it to be over. It has just been wearing me down. So last week I got started on these, on this cat that I was gonna do, and I posted the work in progress of where I got so far, and I got such overwhelming response to these eyes, and I was a little bit baffled because they're so easy to do, and so many people like them. I'll move them a little bit closer so you can see. But yeah, so I decided to just do a full-scale drawing of this. So I'm actually going to stop here with this and start something new, because I figured if people liked it that much, then I should do it for real and not just play around in my little sketchbook with it. And I also thought about doing a tutorial on how to create cool looking eyes, I guess. I mean, I like them, but I didn't think much of them when I finished them. But some of the drawings that I spend tons of time on and then I posted, I didn't get nearly the response on those that I did on these eyes, and I was like, why do so many people like these eyes? They're not even that, I don't know, they're not even that great or anything. But anyway, so that led me to decide to start a new drawing today, which I was slightly unprepared for because I didn't have a lot of time this week to figure out what I was going to do. So I took a picture of my hand, and so I'm going to draw my hand. And hands have always been kind of something that I've struggled with as an artist, and it's something that you almost always struggle with, as the small details of human anatomy can certainly be the most difficult. And so I'll just start that. I have it sketched out, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to have my Copic marker, just black marker, that I'm going to do to color the outside, because I'm going to do it similar to this, where just the inside and all the negative space is black. But I don't want to do it with colored pencil again, because this just took up so much time to do all the black, and I think that would make for a boring video. So I'm going to be flipping this around a bit. These markers on this kind of paper, they bleed, so I'm just going to do it kind of quickly and go from there. So while I do this, I'll tell you a little bit about my week. So Sunday, I went go-karting again, and it wasn't the best. I didn't have the best races that I've had previously. Though I was much more consistent. I will have the video, so I'll show you I'll show you the beginning. I'll show you how the beginning of the race started. And there were four races total, so the beginning here will be actually the final race, which is the race that determines whether or not you win or lose. And it didn't start off. It didn't start off that great, and it only got worse because the cart that I was using had no traction in the front tires. It was like driving on ice, and so I couldn't go fast because I would slide out. And so I'll let that video play for a second and then switch back. Yeah, so the race was a lot of fun, and I did drive better than I had previously, but I still lost. I was going up against some pretty good racers that had great times. Like they were ahead of me by a full second, and in some cases 2 seconds. So it was very difficult. And I've seen some of them there before, and they mentioned that they've been racing for a couple years. So it's yeah, I have the odds stacked against me as far as winning, considering my my experience racing. But it was still a lot of fun. I can't wait to do it again. I do have the full video, but I don't know, I was hesitant about uploading it to my channel because it's not art related, and I wasn't sure if anybody would even care to watch it. So I didn't. But anyways, moving on from that topic. So I did do a little bit of a collaboration this past week, and if you haven't seen the video, I'll post a link right here that you can click on and go check it out. So the drawing that I did of Wolverine, I did that for a collaboration with MegaJohnah2, and I'll put his channel in the description also that you can check out. He does a lot of drawing and coloring of like comic book characters and things like that, and I really liked his work. His coloring style is very comic bookish, and it's unique. So I did a collaboration with him, which was a lot of fun to do. It kind of took me out of my comfort zone as far as the subject. I'm not a comic book person, and I don't really draw in that way, so it was interesting and challenging to create the Wolverine that I did for that collaboration. And what else? So yeah, he posted the video of him coloring my drawing, and I thought that was really cool. It came out really nice. And then Tuesday I actually drew in the middle of the week, which is rare. So the video that I posted this past Thursday, drawing of teal deer, I actually did that one Tuesday, and it was kind of spur of the moment a little bit, and really, really different style of mine that I've never really got into much, because I generally stick to realism and things like that. And so doing cartoon version of anything is quite difficult for me, actually, because there's a lot of different rules that are applied to such creations, and it takes a lot of practice, and its own skill to be able to draw cartoons like that. But I feel like I did a pretty decent job of it, and I was definitely satisfied with the outcome. So yeah, if you didn't see that video, that posted a couple days ago, so check it out. And I have to apologize because last week I said that I was going to upload the next subscriber portrait, which I did intend to, but the teal deer drawing, it was somewhat of a collaboration with the YouTuber Teal Deer. He does these things called open season, where people draw his logo, or create a new logo for him to use, and it's only open for a couple of weeks, and I didn't want to miss the opportunity, so that's why I posted the video. It's a great way to get some new subscribers, so I didn't want to take the chance of missing it by waiting another week. So for sure, the subscriber portrait will go live next Thursday, and I'm very excited for everybody to see it because of how good I think the video is. As far as editing and the drawing itself is probably one of my best portraits. So I'm very excited for everybody to see it. And yes, that is that. So my apologies for that. And what else? Yeah, as you can see, it's a lot faster drawing this black with this marker. Oh, one more thing that I posted recently on my Facebook. So I am going to do the Archives episode 4 soon, possibly draw it before I leave in a couple weeks, and hopefully have it uploaded before I leave so that it will be viewable while I'm gone. And the picture is, the 2 pictures to vote on are on my Facebook page. Link will be in the description. And you can go over there and vote on which drawing you'd like to see me redraw. I'm kind of biased on this one. There's one particular drawing that I would prefer to draw over the other one, which kind of seems to be the standard when I choose 2 of them and have people vote on them. But yeah, vote for either one, and whichever one wins, I will redraw. And both of them are great pictures, so I look forward to that. And both are over 10 years old. I drew them back when I was in 9th grade. So I was, how old was I? So I would have been 14. I would have been 14 years old when I drew them. And they were shortly after getting a little bit better at drawing people. At that point, it had been a year or so since I had started drawing people. And the faces are still as ugly as can be, like just terrible faces, but still kind of cool drawings. I went through a lot of my drawings to find 2 that I felt deserved to be redrawn. So I always enjoy doing those. I have another drawing that I might have planned for Archives episode 5, which will essentially be an episode that nobody will vote on pictures, because I found another series of pictures that I drew twice, and I may end up drawing it again. I don't know. I'm wondering whether or not I will go through with it, because it's actually not terribly drawn. First off, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of room for improvement in what the picture looks like, which makes me question the purpose for redrawing it, because it's pretty much just going to look the same. But there's still plenty of things that I could change on it, just that not too much I could get better. It was around the time, it would have been, I would have been in 11th grade at that point, so I had been drawing people for a few years, and it was right around the time that I started getting really good at drawing clothes. And I have a whole sketchbook where I just kind of dedicated to drawing better outfits and learning how to draw clothes and put clothes on people. I never did finish the sketchbook. I got it back in 2007. That's when I started. I started late 2007 drawing in it, around this time of 2007. So about 8 years ago, I got this sketchbook, and it was right after I graduated boot camp, when I joined the Navy. So I actually drew most of these drawings while I was in the Navy, and I was much better at drawing at that point. And some of the drawings that are in it actually were redrawings of previous drawings. So I actually have quite a few that were redraws in the sketchbook from previous years while I was in high school. And so I came across one that I liked, and I thought about doing it for the next archives episode, but then I found these other ones and decided to go with those instead. Yes, this is so much faster and so much easier on my hand than using colored pencil to make this page black. Also, the other reason that I'm going to be redrawing this cat is I'm going to be drawing it on black paper. That black paper that I featured in last week's weekly drawing, or not weekly drawing, but drawing journal. And yeah, so that will make my life a little bit easier than doing it on this tan paper. And speaking of tan paper, and going back to the subject of subscriber portraits, I currently do not have anybody to draw for the subscriber portrait number 4, it will be. So if you are interested, let me know in the comments. You can just send me a picture to my email. You can contact me on Facebook. It doesn't matter. There's plenty of ways to contact me. All the links are in the description. But if you would like to be featured in the subscriber portraits, just let me know. I've had a few people interested, and it is unfortunate that they couldn't get higher quality pictures. I'm very particular about the picture that you send. It has to be of some decent quality that I can see the details in it, because otherwise it's just not what I'm looking to work on. And I've had a few people that I've unfortunately had to say that I was unable to use their picture, and I feel bad. I do. I feel bad saying it, but they have to be good pictures. Just as far as quality. It's not like I'm going to judge your picture based on what you look like in the picture. It's just that they have to be a good enough quality, and otherwise I'm just creating the picture, and that's not what I'm looking to do with my subscriber portraits. I'm looking to try to emulate the realism that comes across in the photograph, and if I can't see the details in your eyes and I have to make it up, well, that's not what I'm trying to work on with those. So please, if you do send me a picture or contact me, just be prepared to get a no if you send me a low quality picture, and try not to take it personally, because I did have an issue with this person taking it personally this past week, which I went from feeling bad about it to just not caring at all because of how rude they decided to be, because of the fact that the picture was not high enough quality. And it was very unfortunate the picture wasn't a high enough quality, because I really, really liked the picture. But yes, so with that said, anyways. It is raining right now. I don't know if you can hear the rain hitting the window, but I had to postpone the video for a little bit because it was actually thundering quite loudly, so I didn't want my mic to pick up the sound of thunder in the video. So now it's just raining a little bit, but hopefully you can't hear it. Or if you do hear it, it doesn't bother you. Moving on to questions. Actually, I think I only have one question, which is, how many stamps do I have in my passport? And I like this question. So I actually only have 2 stamps in my passport, and I would have more, but I didn't need a passport when I was in the military. So all the countries that I had visited, I don't have proof of my visitation. You just have to believe me. But the 2 stamps that I have are for Jamaica and Canada. Though Canada felt so much like America, I don't know, it's kind of a irrelevant stamp in my opinion. And it was so easy to get there since it's like 2 hours away from where I live. But yeah, I went to Jamaica a couple years ago. It was a lot of fun. Beautiful weather, lovely people, the best people I've ever been around. Nicest people on the planet Earth, I would argue. But yeah, those are my stamps. The other countries that I've been to Dubai, Singapore, Thailand, and I think that's it. Dubai, Singapore, Thailand. Yeah. And I would say out of those, my favorite was probably Singapore. It was a very nice country. Very clean, a lot of fun things to do, a lot of good food to eat, and great public transportation. My goodness, the best. Though I haven't been to Japan yet, I hear that they actually have the best, but Singapore is definitely up there on public transportation. You can literally go everywhere on the island in just about an hour on their train system. It's fantastic. But yeah, so I made it pretty far. That marker really makes this go quickly, though it does bleed a bit. Yes, and it does bleed a little bit, but not too bad. I'm still contemplating whether or not I will do a tutorial on the eyes. Whether or not anybody would be interested in that, just let me know, and maybe I'll consider it more strongly or something like that. But I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see everybody next week. Have an awesome weekend, and take care. Peace.